In today's video, I'm going to be going over my 2015 RS Camaro's modifications. Yes, I know it's just a V6, but I have plans of swapping a LS into the car later down the line. So in this video, I'm going to start at the front of the car and work my way back, going over everything that I've done to it. And the first thing that I'm going to go over is this beautiful front splitter sold by American Muscle. It went on super easy, and it looks extremely good and adds a lot to the car. So the next modification that I'm going to be going over are these beautiful caliper covers made by MPG. They're powder coated aluminum and they look absolutely gorgeous. The install probably took 30 minutes. The hardest part was taking and putting the wheel back on. Okay guys, now we're moving on to the engine bay. So one of the first things I did in here was added this beautiful K&N cold air intake. It not only looks good in the engine bay, but sounds good as well. After that, I added this beautiful red BMR strut tower brace. It looks amazing in here, sets the engine bay on fire, and it also performs well. You can tell when cornering a massive difference in the stiffness of the frame. It works very well, and it's probably one of the best bang for your buck suspension chassis mod you can do. And after that, I added this manifold spacer. It's made by Jack Fab. You could actually tell a difference in torque in the car. Not very much, but it was enough that you could tell. It not only looks good and raises the manifold, but it is very functional and it was super easy to install. So also on the side of the car, I've got these American Muscle side skirts. They were super easy to install, maybe took 30 minutes, and they add so much to the side of the car. Okay guys, now that we've finished the front half of the car, we're going to move to the inside. So one of the first things that I did in here was replace the center console with a color matched console sold by Southern Car Parts. The install took about 2 hours. It was super easy, and I highly suggest buying this because it sets the inside of your car on fire. And I've also installed a piece of dash trim out of a crashed ZL1 in here. It looks extremely good and ties the interior together. Now let's move on to the back half of the car. Okay guys, now that we've done the front half of the car, we're going to move on to the back half. So right here, I've got a ZL1 add-on stealth wicker bill. It was super easy to install. May have took 2.5 hours. The hardest part was getting everything lined up. I had to drill 7 holes in the spoiler to install it, and it was so worth it because it makes the car look super aggressive. Okay guys, last but not least, we're going to go over my exhaust. For mufflers, I'm running Flowmaster Original 40 series all the way back. Then I've got U-Power titanium style blue tips that just set the back of the car on fire. Okay guys, now I'm going to crank the car.